also and there means was a minimal because growing up season bia yenim asa e was so ding and February 26th 2024 asa ben e was so asa e was so and I friend is saying you can join us live on Facebook. Okay, 101.7 FM. Program is the best entertainment show. My name is Halifax Addo the Papa Paul's Pa. And of course, the station is okay, 101.7 FM. Welcome, Aquava. Where's Olo? And I was away to dance this Amanda. You whine like a snake. Shall be Asabe never to see Shuperu. Ole menu afu Shuperu mean da Shuperu any hobiemo. I'm not even sure that a Generation X and this Gen Z guys know what Shuperu is. Davy. We are ready to roll. My producer Obia Gloria seated. Thank you. DJ Bosco seated is handling all the music today. Na ononsu na Obwa production. No. Mimobia kwa bakesi pa yababe boy hunkomo. Someone named Dada. Internet Friday, right? Okay, Internet Friday edition. Means I'm gonna take it cool, take it slow, and let me interview mode mwene. Yeah, baby boy, you home come. You get what I mean, Wednesday no dear na we will interview mode mopa. Let me see it, woman. Everybody, let me see it, woman. Let me see it, woman. Everybody, let me see. Okay, Sami Bo.
Mr. Halifax Addo. Pampara, DJ Munsi. Pampara, near the Bremo. Okay, 101.7. The Jordan no panundu, Fatuaya. Jordan no panundu, Fatuaya. Jordan no pansukawo. Anywhere video cover pia. Dear best entertainment show. I Jordan no pepia. Best entertainment show. You go see area prem to bro. Best entertainment show. Best entertainment show.
The best entertainment show on OKFM 101.7. Kwame Kansani, Mr. Halifax. Say how mama.
Best entertainment show. Hey. Best entertainment show. Best entertainment show. Best entertainment show. You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
Okay, welcome back. A little technical glitch there whilst my DJ is solving it. I believe the show should run. It's an interesting date. Hey, CCNA 26th. Sir, we are still in January 26th. Sure, being so see you. But on a more serious note, January, I drank a pow. This year, you're right, 2024, you did 26 days already. Oh, you have one can check a cry. January, I mean, I slow down kakra. Anyway, my mama and penny for ya kwaba na menjo my observations na yanko yenim. I feel like playing a song for January, but let me welcome my two panel members first, and then we are good to go. Papi obianim no dada. Menyonko ba kompe. Or me senior, or me a me brother. Na or yes in the training. Then see about pension. We're trying the last movie for now. About pension. Or koya mayosam kakra. Or ria. Or babeka back in this arts and entertainment sector. You move. Then the Socrates stuff was a director at the National Commission on Culture. Na osan boa edwumadie kese bepa ewo beyond the return secretariat no. Inti ohonom no de ono no ye omo community liaison officer. So I see community liaison officer say obeko round all the communities. Krumbia bebia omo program bia no na oni omo abonkomo na wa link omo ama safa den wa link omo ama
Halifax,
yes
me pacho.
Okay,
Community liaison officer.
baby ebia obinti ase
Me pacho. Ode eje.
mami
Eje.
mami mbo abaso ye
Mbwenya baso bom pacho.
mami introduce
Mbwenya baso bo.
okay omo nim wadwuma poten wo ye wo
Ode there be Halifax team you. Wo nti ode nene ubetimi a kire nene di ni mu.
Safo we adwuma beyond the return secretariat
Pacho ai.
position ye den
Community liaison officer.
nti maka boni
There be unka bone but udi si ho ade unka bone.
na wadwuma ne se wo be call round me boa
There be the
event organizer
Toba.
okay nti wadwuma ne den poten
Mini amanfo din kita ho.
amanfo mo hyehyɛ hifa
Wo say
amanfo mo hyehyɛ hifa
amanfo on hyehyɛ baabi omo nye sebi pendias aha omo hyehyɛ baabi
nti usro se meka se ura tokro bia mu nti na wo se ye na na in so crazy Safo na I'll discuss something maybe next week. Oh yeah, I'll be with me more for Safo ho.
Oh,
Maybe next week me dey be too dry. Maybe next week. Madam for be free South Africa. I was asking me about Safo movie be away. Says here the movie no for America. And I felt emotional. Say Safo ikra yen celebrating you. Maybe over familiarity and I be honest na why ne ho sa. But whatever it is, why movie be a landmark movie. Anyway, I'll come to that. Now let me go to my big brother, Pepe. I know the uncle to Krum. Nah.
eya ohyehyɛ amanfo hyehyɛ na se eye adwuma ewo ho na se adwuma eye de
Pa. Nene nene benete akwa. Ofri ada eni krobo. Nene mo akwa aba.
101.7.
Yanko view.
Halifax.
Yes, we find out.
Medioso.
Mbacho boko die.
Oh, bibi
Ada
aboko.
uko wukrum.
Afi na miko.
I see.
Ananka ade mraka mu bestati ajamia na.
Oh, David, so would you win your list and see.
Mbaso.
Observation be an iron coin.
there be me no observation Halifax.
Yeah.
Last Wednesday and abrantie bi ba hansen a obeka anasem
Abrant yeah show we so Nene Patrick Amenofo
abrantie ni se hu odi menene kasa no man ti ase ni ntira nene ejigire mu trying to defend the guy because I'm for a guy ni twa ntro chese baby ane ntro ne kono na Halifax wo nim say e kono mrase mu a na no ne defend the guy na afiansa ye pon show na mi say oh say guy ne so de nene and the guy no so say o free krobo
of Crobo any volta.
enti na afedi na say o defend no by force.
Oh David minjin the son
that was
problem.
David.
Nene na we defend no.
No, I wasn't defending.
Okay.
Just me feel say as much as possible. No? Let us try to be public friendly instead of being public hostile. Intina me feel say na Safo
was I hostile?
Safo ponchino dodo.
Remember Nene means now also.
Okay.
Money ponchino krana or ponchino dodo. They always say not Safo ponchino dodo.
Ponchino dodo. I agree.
Weight of the punch is not na own pen and our punch is no.
Oh, punch is the one. A woman say, "Obi bahad no monani communication is not forthcoming." Bibi sadi yes yet to me a ponchino.
Now I wanna ya say
But to the extent say na ye pese ye impugn You should know. Are you aware you committed a crime? Are you aware you lied?
Were they not questions? Wouldn't him say we try and throw? Wouldn't him say there we nimra? How do we say it? Is it wetimra? Watumra. Now besides say crash when him say watumra. Now when him say that we what try and throw? Bonnie.
Obiya dear. Now this is the first time in recent times obi affiliate. The guy needs more.
No, it was not about failure.
Hold on. I felt say the guy needed more of encouragement than condemnation. Criticism is okay. Hold on. Criticism is okay. Condemnation is overboard.
Agree. Mami bisa me question. So we bisa will say, I wouldn't say there we where to mra. What to say to money no. Go to mra.
Good.
Na usanem say there will try no. Na will try na.
Good.
Condemnation and bisa.
Thank you. To the extent say a question no, I have no problem with it. But where we assume ourselves a magisterial role, as if we are magistrates, and a nipano or a seat no mono, or a presumed criminal before then no, and no, or me what problem? Halifax, I have seen you, I have heard you being the host no, invite people onto this show, and Adibakwa Mahu who say. When you are inviting, I have overheard, though, even though you didn't invite me into the conversation, I have overheard you telling them, say, oh, minto no bani work basani. And I expect, say, that is the posture we must take when people come here. You can say, yeah, bon komo. Into where the person needs a criticism. Where one can say, can say, oh, yeah, criticizing, yeah. But where we make the person feel like a criminal being judged. Mino, Safo Bisan say, are you aware what you did is a crime? No problem. Are you aware? But when he said, Safo wanted him to answer line by line. And I miss me feel say
money answer line by line.
Why you see? When you say where you see? And the guy said,
Unkomo bono say ye bon komo I say onje na no.
And a guy no say, would ye koso me no seems to have provoked some people. But it is not a wrong thing to say because Safo was bombarding. The questions were coming in series. Instead the questions no ban or see me my understanding in say
obebesa wasem.
Yes.
And na we can say metie
because he knows that more questions will come. So he wanted to, for me.
And Philly says answer and so.
And yet chicken in any way. And yet disrespectful in any way because whatever it is, you know, no matter the number of questions the guy has the last minute roundup. Or the baby is questions in a boom in the summarized form.
So beside me Halifax when him says meet you. Halifax says meet you. Meet you.
Sometimes Halifax sometimes
meet you.
Me good. Good. Sometimes you know. Even you sometimes my chance. My num saying you know what say where we. You do that.
Meet you.
You see, you sometimes you say, well, we, because you want us to land before you summarize your answer or your response.
Okay.
And I think we should be that.
My main interest is meet wasiana. So for the uniano or patron say, ebi mo ho a. Enye se na se menye dewo. Ba onim na asem ka ebim nso wo ho a eno krese na asem enye de kra ba ha ye kwan ho nti eba no saa yemfa panyin enem enhwe kotoku nim se panyin we ankwada we di na chi se wakwa akwa dabo no wo pe na wo yesofo panyin a wahye omo wo kwan ho Dada na mudi panyin we say mo oya krofo we wi adabodabo ye pese ye nkunu. Ena nepa no ba we nim say o sofo fa panyin anim enhwa kotokuo we mu panyin anim o. Se no mo di abadi machie bi mu kitan krantie on pese o mo nkumi hwe panyin anim fa panyin anim hwem se dabodabo wo mu ana o se ya fa panyin anim hwem. So for no de penyin enim hwem no se o de bi dabo nim mfa kotoko no mami obi anko fie because so dabo wo mu a asem e besi wo ho no enye I think that is the appeal he's making when no ya adwen when no nya adwen
well
before obebe mu no nene kai say wo kasa no safo okana no tumu good yanko
okay menene nya adwen because in the first place ye nua no ade a oyeye no ubisa na sem ena ochirechire mu nti oye ni oye good nso mitie ye no sabi ye betena hansen a eye nkomo ena ye bebo
yamfa script
ama
nti de wo beka no
enu mu ne ye nso ye fa bi ene ye de abisa sem etiefo no nso a omutie show ye a me no ka say pimpim no. Excuse me, sir. Omunye daft.
What is pim.
Omunye daft. Questions bi o ho mu person mu bisa. Nti ya omo bompa yese ye bebisa mo. Nti na no na ya yensu ye hwe ne ye bisa ema atiefo no. E ka yen ko a nka de nti ye bebisa nsem bi. Na enu na mo nso mutie show ne da bia. Because you better not say you better not be no be aba no abet kana sem no ko then where is the show?
Okay,
what am I saying?
On the nene say on the way a dream but apart say asem no a ubisa no yen bisa no in such a way say yen fa panyin nim nhwe foto no manya sa
no nya ne wako wi adabo na hye kotokuo rim na ohie osofo no o kire osofo ne say papa sofo nkwara isi mako wi adabo
na no kran say dabo ayira sofo
yes
na me gina on time ayira na so enyami na
me fine ba wo de for panyin ni ehwe kotokuo nim o appeal to osofo no what am I say
metie
good entin wunua na oba betena hanse no questions na me bisa ye no they were right questions or wrong questions. Sir, do you know say who any right now kofa obi logo e de yawa de o ma permission wrong? Is it not a right question that others should also learn as we are speaking now? Nene unim say there are over 400 applications from Ghana to Guinness. Are you aware? Nene Halifax me pacho bisa nene ma me say
meeting
there are over 400 applications from Ghana to the Guinness your friend is saying people no omo person mo ye niema enti ya ma amanfo anti ase say Guinness for emma wo permission na won kota mom logo no e de tare ho a wrong offense which is tantamount to illegal your friend is saying obi abeko ye bi enti the questions I was asking it is to educate. I was educating the public too. And you no pen not answer me bisa na sem. But no answer ya. Ye benya disuanso afiri mu.
Okay.
As I'm speaking now, bebre wo wa omunim. Obi betimi aye ni show wo say even concerts Halifax ye ni o memu na obi timi ko fa artist bi a picture no dey akọ the poster so also oye concert bi wo e bia see view.
Well,
wo bra on the artist ni nkasa
me timu mi no nyina ase. But send a journalism school no. And remember cra ya jai say yentro say the man told a lie. I want to see yentro say the man was economical with the truth.
So it is up to him when I ask him the question. Me anka anase nene. All you have to say is that find a strategic answer.
Then for me ba until nene so patre say sana wodi pim no say do you know you lied? You know you lied. Answer, do you know? Wait, do you agree that you lied? You lied. But see and communication say, oh, Abranti ba wonim say de wokin na eyendada na enye no kre. Ebia wo kan no sa na pa no ba yiwa no. Ba say na wodi pimpim no wo bone yas na ba bone finfin no. And na ono see o but obi are in style anyway.
Ba makache say monko interview bia bia.
In the next see ohonom so yes you are assuming a magisterial
because makache say the more I oko okay can say no the more I indicting no.
But on a more serious note, when him say upcoming for be bring so because of the attitude of some panel members and some journalists, pay interview ko.
I didn't hear.
Almost say ko interview. Yes, to say Jojo, you know, to say anyway.
Halifax, Pacho, yen chira dia kakra. So who artists be handle na. So chireno ejumani mu. Interviews promotions ho nti se obeka se obekwa e bejojo no so tie adwuma na ti se questions bi o ha ye bebisa o no won so no so prepare answers for certain questions. There are questions when you ask me I answer. When I come for an interview,
with the woman,
me answer no.
Decide now ubisa pa na sema on answer or see with the meet.
You see, if I will answer you, I know what to tell you. I will be who say.
The obe telling you be your answer.
Yes.
I want answer means no comments. Kramenka.
Bibo.
Meety.
What friend say you may interview about my friend is saying December in GH activities. Maba. Yeah, can't December in GH activities. I know about my no so. And they say no theaters no they do. When you ask me this question, the engagement I'm about, you know, is about December in GH activities. So please let's stick to it. If you want us to talk about MPP achievements, different.
So for we sure say another topic now we discuss it. And then the points.
I know catch me say you Jojo microphone. And me catch say me handle artists. I will advise I will educate, I will train the artists how to handle interviews.
Nti okona ye Jojo na onye den.
There be ye be Jojo na wo send you be handle interview na be ya Jojo because
so for higher kwan.
Yes.
I can say min kai wo bribi.
Okay.
Alpha usi mami mbem intimidate me train.
Na yes I will kind of way. That what be. So for when him say what complain about me several times.
Yes.
Me kai me be say me boss station crew no.
Okay. Yes.
Na me catch was say for interview with menye. So your host me no ye fine pa na. Me say for body o. And na Nathan. For phone no. We are interview no muka abaiwa bi was studio honum no direct attacks at that point I mean who say Jojo you ask who see the obeka no be Jojo so no one can boni bia o
there be but you see
no we call you TV thank you na who stretch for bribi mo obi bie na no Sebi.
Okay.
I didn't mean to repeat it.
Oh, okay.
So for you know, it's and I was like, thank you. Papa, we nimba sheno. You get what I mean? Sadanokra, umbisa will say, oh, achievements being what being my ever creative arts mo. And I will see, one of the things with Vanish. Yeah, to me, I renovate, I refurbish, I expand, Kwame Mausoleum. No. I would say, hey, oh, Papa, second now the year, and I was like, I mean, you get what I mean? Oh, when you see, and I would videos, ne suddenly miss the idea, pa. On my video, no time more construction of the everyone was saying, venue, no, auditorium, so no,
amphitheaters,
balcony or reach higher mausoleum, nechi, former rally opposite back. Still, so but you see, say etu ya unyonkwa, etu ya dream. Anyway,
okay.
My point is that sometimes enye dia ubeka, ena ebema obia Jojo.
Okay.
Ebi mwa yo margin say omube Jojo. What do you do?
Okay, obia why na dream so obe Jojo no. It's different from nia wo. Ebia, there's an answer. A or B. Na odinam baby. What am I saying? Na no M Jojo because of the way
Who answer?
No. What am I saying? And as soon as so yes, you are giving the right answer, but on no te no. Ebia just say onipa na why na dream say opeso Jojo. And the audience now, I see listeners and so on, they are discerning enough and they know who is excuse my language on radio this morning, who is an idiot. And sometimes when you don't respond, it is better to some of these things that when somebody is deliberately exposing his stupidity and you don't respond, because who can respond there?
Say, Obi can't tell me what TV so say, man call demonstration because now me dry wo mame. Man feel then they see.
Yes. And then when the person insult me, I know say bebre and one can be a joker. I could have said a lot, but you see, I thought it wise. Say,
oh, sorry, crab is not catching. Maybe I mean boom who.
I'm
like man feel me.
But you don't have to because
anyway.
This is what I don't have to fall into. So I'll just decide to just keep quiet.
Now, man boom who know. Says you called MP. Anyway.
But no mono.
Inti Hali.
Membuni huna station of understand. I don't know you're superstar poster by the woman of platform and non fan. What is it?
Hali.
Yes.
Hali.
And then the woman I call your name. Why? And then you're 26. And I was 7% being bisa.
Yo, and the Safu Kasai. Miton, and in the language, different from the one he displayed the other day.
Yes. It has to.
Sadano.
Wasn't it a one-off thing? We had said we'll trim dodo. Just one or something. I mean,
because
they say who say won't bonoka. Now some Afran.
Because and then Safo summarize the Niakwano ye na ye negatives. He used the word wrong. Into Obisa me say nene. Into say me see wronga my ye boni. But Safo didn't say wrong.
I said what?
He impugned
criminality.
Criminality.
But when I say you know it's a crime.
There's something between something being wrong and
something
then
being a crime.
Being a crime to the extent that Safo was so virtually venting out his diaphragm as if say he was a spokesperson for Guinness record.
But
now what be say? Adia papa you call yeah one timian ye any ehunia eba ye krano. Den kra na Safo luzu what you are get fee. Why ye? Obi na so obey be wona sorry dem. And na one thing anye. And na o see light o see way o see
to say o fa nyansa kwan so wo tu fun pa.
Oh there.
Say papa no ko ye no. I want to nyanya no. Nti Safo ye hie wo mu ana. Abaluzi get fear na.
There be. Because Safo ye madam fo.
Enu mponi
kai passe obi mi mboni panedi obi ba ye show bi so wohu mini Safo nipa no ba ye no na questions bi wo ho a 101 me bisa no efa sampling ni nyom bi a waje a timo say sampling no dosu wo mdodo I think I me take no kakra na msi chale me bisa no sai na Safo ti debi memfamba. I mean, he knows he has good reason for saying say
yes.
Me and sad the number.
Yes.
What you say? So nyama bi wo ho like you've been saying, and yet a quiet change you can say meaning na.
Okay.
What you say? It is we can say, oh papa, ne wo ye no, wrong. You make people not to believe you when next time you feel like coming back again because this. It's okay. I'm okay with it. But
based on your okay, based on your okay, won't say nyansa ebisa me bisana. But I didn't say that way no. When Charlie not true. I didn't say one yes.
Oh, it's man who nyansa sada no.
Nyansa kwai so esofo pa there we see enne de we hu nyansa enne na we hu nyansa
obi betena ha na or display his stupidity ye who say ye man who say he is being now I see excuse my language this morning
into say enne na when nyansa sa da no patre say
oh Halifax punch.
Na my enjoy punches.
That guy then so no. Ya won ne kan e no so hu you know can say Matthias but boss we dey emphasis nka no.
Me no at the point, to be very honest, say a guy no kwan or seat no mo. Now, the whole discussion is about him. I can hono krano and yemi a ibia, but we have two people sitting down. Bakuna Onyanye, she only came here to express her intent. Onyan started here. If you go back and play the tape, the congratulations that were being heaped on her even before she starts.
It pay you.
And now wait there, why ye need no? And now anye.
And so Patrick said, "Dear, why ye attempts was starting, and so when dim condemn young bon yen semano, ancient dear or no dear be, I no see, may ye no
on young starting ye no. What is the basis of our congratulations?
Say bia or no the other be a 1 hour.
Ebia. Is there any basis? This means we are showing bias, and the bias the other day was virtually glaring.
Don't say that because the panel we know.
Me say
apply when you
the congratulations that were coming.
Who was congratulating you?
Who beside? You want to use the very well. If you want us to go there, we will go there.
Halifax congratulating you. Who congratulating
Halifax?
IK Music on Facebook. IK Music say Halifax. Greetings to your panel members. Greet them for me, Ayiko. Comes as the latest some 2 comments. Me a sure pass a TMDD. Emmanuel Osajan says, you see, the way Nene is critically analyzing the discussion, this is serious. Nene, you are too much. Always insightful listening to you. My name is Emmanuel Osajan. Welcome back, Nene. Stephen Albright, good morning, Halifax and Addo. Watching you live from Dansoman. A very big shout out to Socrates Safo. Stephen, see what you're afraid of Dansoman. Stephen, yeah, as long as mami.
Who do Stephen Albright?
Me name no.
Oh no, na. Some to catch them say me titi say coconut.
Kubenu.
Kubenu.
Little bit power. But what him say? The okay no. And yes, I know control, but one can walk akuma pim.
Oh.
Yes. Henry Jonathan.
No.
Yes. And you see, the okay and one can walk my pin, one can is ye. No crabby or depend on son or back canon. You get what I mean? Aha. Now, that would be artist a baby. Neneti, I hire quiet home. Best mid-morning show, Harry. I can see you. And the messages goes on and on. A lot of subtle shots are being fired this morning on your show. Halifax, you are starting a fight with Mr. Safo. Debut. Last time, I am Mikayo. I am Miss Nami repeats here, nano pay. Echna MPP4 primaries. Ewo constituencies or more sitting MPs. At 4 ahine wom. Na omudie na ese yembo amobaso. Omudie nso na omun sheda nye act practitioners. But se wo share omuni ye over the decades, over the period that clearly they have the arts at heart. I'm the only guy who can replace this one. They have the arts at heart. If you don't believe me, come out to quick lot but I guess you can poker be say they have the art at heart. But before that, I mean they have the arts at heart.
Oh, I know. Oh, my
They have the arts at heart. And on your 26th, when was the last time you received salary?
101.
Sorry, I feel bia munsuandie. Muji mu salary. Name dinina in December. There is a man called Joseph Hill of blessed memory. Stage name is Culture. He has a question for everybody who has employed somebody this morning in this country. When him say, "What more be a juma?" Oh yeah. Joseph Hill. Culture when you baby ako. Or asembisabe mamu enanopi. Muntie yejia na maba minkomo bonus of you. Me basisia.
Why is it the 666 show with your host Halifax Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
OK FM. Ha! Hey, slave driver. I'm asking you this question again and again and again and again. Word police, you false priests, trying to indoctrinate your people, but give me a minute. When will this payday be, slave driver? When will this payday be? Tell us this hour. When will this payday be for these retired slaves?
It's already 26.
When will this payday be? Miss Happy?
Will you start paying now?
When will this payday be?
Make out Obia Semano.
When will this payday be?
Obia to me mbesa.
Retired slaves.
And some patro office be a Biamuneka share with boss say Halifax born from be radio so now I'm betting you know.
The work down here.
Would ye Shadaya Wajin said to say we need yarding wahu aha. There's a boss by show Halifax or born you be or see you be na culture besides Sembi na on Betty.
Wasted days. Tell us now, when will this payday be? Mr. Slave Driver, when will this payday be? Turn us this hour. When will this payday be for all these retired slaves?
Well, sorry, and Papa said, "Woke no bonyum say," and now Papa Bonyum said, "It's a wrong time to go and ask them for money or school fees." Papa Bonyum say, "Yem be sanu sem fun."
Will this payday be Tuesday? Tell us now.
Was it the Tuesday?
Payday be Wednesday.
And Wednesday is where tremo.
Working day.
When would the payday be?
Can this payday be Thursday? Ben Johnson Day.
Or when else?
Can it be Friday? The regular payday. Can it be Saturday? Saturday being Shoemaker's wife day.
All my workers are the new publisher who have decided to suddenly tune in, and then you are watching on Facebook and clapping. I get your message. Would you meet you, Amuka? Why? Justice Walker Jr. One show on Facebook side. Didn't wish shame about Facebook or share.
This payday be?
Jonathan, I see you. Where my opinion when can't worry.
Tell us now. When will this payday be? You better give me that. When will this payday be? Tell us this hour. When will this payday be? For these retired slaves.
Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
You beat my grandmother in the fields. Rape her and call her a prostitute. Fill the land with colored babies.
The song is called Payday, and the musician is called Culture. Officially known as Joseph Hill of blessed memory. Nana, what do you think about the song?
Oh, it just makes me remember yesterday, you know, when men were boys. Culture, one of my favorites after Bob Marley. Yeah, Culture, and then Lucky Dube and Alpha Blondie. These are the guys that, of course, we had Yellow Man and King Yellow Man. You remember that guy?
Jamaica Calypso.
Yeah.
Jamaica Calypso.
Yeah.
Say yellow. I get it.
Yeah.
They say no problem kakra.
Yes, yeah, that albino type person.
Was it mild stroke?
No, ni color no, ni pigmentation no. To say
or albinism.
Yes.
Or to say papaya upper sports, your friend. They would be a higher quite
higher. Yeah. He was coming to replace Bob, but or Renika Kra, na one to me, and other people came in with their own versions of reggae. But Charlie, Bob is Bob. Bob, even his own children couldn't take his place.
I see. Now, Safo, what does the song remind you of?
Well, it's one of my favorite culture. I love culture. This is one of the. When I say culture, I Amagana.
Really?
Yeah. And dungeons, slave dungeons. When they talk about Cape Coast, Labadi Beach, and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that song is titled what?
102.7. He talks about when he came to Ghana, drank palm wine, and took a trip to the slave dungeons.
Really?
That is where, yeah.
Ghana ding.
Yeah.
What I thought.
Oh, I will look for it for you.
Being so amateur, but they starting will be a scene now. What in you know, silence on Nim say Papa no besides say when will this payday be? Only God knows what she was listening to.
There are times you hear a song over and over, but now you are not particular about the words and click them out.
Okay, so for you move over to me to one line be na interested
but I know about when will this live the
payday.
We know
the OC culture so far Ghana hono.
Fast beat visa.
Na Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Now culture when you move by hand it's OC fast beat
beat no. Slave dungeons.
For enche bia na safo 2 years for say we call interview be say wasem na wo nim na we can say wo menim enko ye nim.
Yes.
Na
Mintimi but the song goes like he's talking about say Obagana. There are places you have to be like Labadi Beach. You go to the Labadi Beach and then he went to he took palm wine and then he went to the Cape Coast Castle. That is where he saw the dungeons. And if you see what the dungeons represent, the torture that went on there, he talks about all that. And he invite people to come and see. Then there's another one that he talks about Cape Coast, and also from there he went to Sierra Leone. And he talks about the atrocities that happened there, where they ask for long sleeves or short sleeves.
Wow.
He talks about all that.
But was that not after culture? Long sleeves, short sleeves, was that not for the Sanko's days?
For the Sanko's Sierra Leone.
But culture. Anyway, I'll find out.
Let or kind of ma SCC a course war your friend is saying
okay.
Yeah, okay.
I trust my DJ boss.
Yeah,
I know of the third world. Group.
The third world group.
The third world group.
The reggae group.
Yeah, when he mentioned palm wine, yes, but they did it for Nigeria. Lagos Jump is the song. And it also talks about how they came to Lagos and drank palm wine and did all those things, and then they went to Aba, Imo State, and all those things. So these Jamaicans, I think they love our palm wine. So I won't be surprised if they.
And the Caribbeans too, you know. I was listening to the Haile Belafonte more. They also have some songs on Ghana. Yeah, anyway, Echna na MPP4 koye omo primaries na omo fan selecti parliamentary candidates. Obebi say efa arts and entertainment program media efa home bang. But you know what? The woman is one of the problems where your art sector no a policy implementation. Sometimes the policy formulation itself. Formulating the policy, no, formulating the laws to govern this our art sector, no. sometimes omunya policy no wrong and omunya law no wronger. Esebrebia. Listen. So what to choir? On my maya, the omanya no rights. Almost systems no yeduma kama. As far as their music sector is concerned, their tourism sector is concerned, their music sector is concerned now. And yes, musicians no ye talented more than musicians no baby. They just found themselves in a society where systems, policies, and laws work. Because there are many examples of Ghanaians or more busy with those foreign countries, no, and then they excel. Then suddenly the music is paying. As compared to Omo Hana, ube ya in Kosiaga. Sa mrana say implementing Omoya wa hifa, Omoya wa parliament. Bills nina ko hifa, bills nina ko parliament. Sa bills no ko parliament sa. Then remember here say, ya yewo arts mo. Ya entertainment ni creative sector we mu yedidia. We should be interested in who enters that parliament. Because that is where the laws concerning our industry, that is where it is formulated. And to say your interest we will put people there who do not have our interest at heart. And then they make certain laws that comes to bite us. Am I driving home a point? Yen to me 5 years in share ye damri film. Say well, ye dear, obi abeko parliament no enhu hia ye. Minka say yemfa nyumtu nipe ana sinitwe nipe ana obia or promote tourism in Koho. Because nipa bebre akoho a omo kan ye ho. Nenso among omanko ye hu. And there are others there too on two nyumda. On trasinida ba oti ye jumanase. Ana waya na adwin se obebre ne ho ase. Na ontwin ben omo a omoti ase. Na yem bon komo. No munti asem na sepotin. Nti ye kona ye ka. Ombe keniji. Ye kona ye ka. Ombe ye mraniji. And yes sir. How can you tell us? I mean, how can you tell us? How? How can you tell us, say, mi wo mi krom? Obi aba be hwia mi bribi. Oba hwia yo. En odi call onu ni krom. Several years later, 150 years later, I'll see, oh, what dia me be hwia no? Me hu se manye ne yi. Enti mi de brel nenso. After 6 years, who the be me back? Ye koyana he bae. Jene ba mai ebadu. Ke ba mapu, ke bi sheke ni ha me mo. Tena ye wo hei. Na mafa obi ya phone. Me dia come fie wo dan so man. Obi ya family phone, highly family phone, mami o 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 me fie no. 150 years later, obi ya bamba. What is great grandchildren in tree? Unana council wam. Nana council wamo. Na maka say oh, phone we kra ye nananum na ehwe afri obi ya ho. Nenso because 150 years of one mu de munji. Ba mun kita no kakra no fa ya die da enya ya da mun fa na mun fa there be enya ya de because ya wi anti enya ya de na mun fa mudi a mu amudi a ya wi a ya de ma mun back no na mun fa mbra ye back. What is the British Museum telling our Ashanti brothers? Okay, say ye royal regalia nyama omo fa ya no omo di back. But after 6 years, say you fan bro mo back because omo kromo no omo ya mra bi say ufa bibi wo mo museum say won return. Abrofo ipa na ye de ya nya mra say ma obi anwia ya de I mean, but you see, because of a few issues, sir. But imagine, say, yeah, how do you say parliaments? Yeah, mrasha fienu, yeah, mrasha bedroom, obiat intellectual property rights, I say. Omuti asiesia, and can light as artifacts no do your man with moi and go beyond. This is one of the reasons why we should be interested in who enters parliament. Creative art stakeholders. My can say fire who pa. If we don't put people there who have the arts at heart, omun kaya sem mayeda. Shasana seba no football omun na kebi. Sometimes kramo draw menum. Make I wonder instances and MPB sorry no just stand now no bobo no just say no. Eba no arts there. To say in shadow form sir. Nze me pamucho. Echna abatwa mokotui. Art for paucho. Monkaye kakra. Omwa mushe se we moment I promote tourism. Omo wo dobima this sector. Say I'm not talking about political parties. No matter which party I belong, I don't see why I should campaign against Baba Sadiq of 3FM. So-called Kainkwi. Is this central or not? So-called Kainkwi. I mean, how? Anyway, me nye politician. A safo neye politician. Na also no sanye act practitioner. Ma me engineer dream. Ma me for non shasi say echna. We are voting for some 137. Because someone call for constituency, some was sitting MPs. That is 137 straight up. Yeah. 137 people to represent the MPP in Parliament. What should they look out for? What should they look out for? Any particular constituencies or what interest, what and why? How does that help the arts? Na majina dream. Safo, me too.
Halifax, that's it. I'm saying what's that to ni pa. Na
then kasa ye pa.
Oh, me kasa ye. Ba kasa no so say me kasa e me kan ye. Halifax.
Ye.
Me Socrates Safo. Na me nye politics. Na ade ba ko a e ma me decide say me ye politics no. E ye the frustration and ye come. Ni ye come when I was a leading member of FIPAC, Film Producers Association of Ghana. Problems are near we industry. Who say there is an aspect of the challenge in a buying and she share any betty me abua ama ye hono. Ye challenge na ye sika from a buying yashi. Na ye core ministries now. Ni any ministers na them ministers ni man eko kasa. Halifax. It ends at the refreshment I be my no.
Item 13.
And I remember at the point in time I can see a kwa me item 13 bi. Because we were talking about ye be kasa fine ye my penasa until we met James Ajenim Boating.
He was a deputy for tourism.
Yes. No, deputy for information.
Information.
Yes.
Do I remember really? And who was the substance information minister by then?
Is it Zita Kaikwe?
Okay,
who did
but he, at that time, no.
Deputy for information. James Ajenim Boating. Formerly of Radio Gold. Okay.
And Yaninin Kita Hudie. Halifax, who can say true, maybe I can't say Nigerians, no. Flooded market no near man.
No more trust, no more.
Yes, send your affect ye. James called, we sat down one on one, or say, Chiremu, Mamenti, I see what is going on. Ye Chiremu, and he was even following us on our operation. James Ankasa.
Try saying yes, or see officer or coat, suits, but Oba field.
Ye name rounds. Yes, or
near who the
yes.
Practical experience.
Yes.
James Ajenim of the National Broadcasting.
Yes. Me kai no give your friend saying
opera.
No. University never we Zenith.
And that's still Crow School.
Yes.
Oh, you're in the top apple.
Yes. Ni akoshia, ni aplane, ni ekoha. Oh, dear children. Then I saw the difference. Say, it is because he is also a practitioner of Tiajumanase. And he inspired me to go into politics.
Sir.
Yes.
And say, and this is James Ejenim Boatin.
Yes.
Nini.
Yes.
And until Amayo Semdo Woko.
Yes. I will say.
Now, Sir James Ejenim Boatin, and this is Nini Yena, Emma Mania Do. I don't know what about the overall.
Me use my head. I didn't use my heart. I use my head.
For him in him too. Yo.
Because me share party ni policies. Ni policies no. Uji nipa ni gunchen a party ni policies no. Eboa.
Okay, FM.
And who say NDC policies no emoa yen. E nipa bi wo mu a omo ye good. Ti say James and Jenny Boating. But the policy of that party is neither here nor there. They don't even have
men cover by a machian sign. Yen parties no free. And see when James Moody in Kitayeno, and then me Penny Bia send them say, so James and Sammy were deputies to Zita by then Zita Okainkwe. So
okay.
Nenetu was right. It says Zita Saba. Zita Okainkwe in then the
I never had any encounter with the substantive minister.
And
it was James who were dealing with daily. Just say we discuss and who discuss we unya results. One
man nepa na tiasie.
Yes.
Nepa no wa buy mu.
Yes.
Okay. So who can cause saying?
Oh what botaye and na who can say enipa na ye mo akọ no. Yen hwe omo interest in our field. What do you say?
Metie.
Omo passion omo wo in the field that yen interest ni wo no. And see I realize say ma politics mu a mama me pushing nema from inside that masa ye be kwa hwim hwiyensi. And I came in and I've seen the difference. Halifax yemfa ye ninto ho ye support from the arts no yemfa ye ninto ho ni ye ne candidates no enkita hodie no yen hwe senia omo ho akeka when we send our interest to them. Halifax odo ha oto abani mani wi for the past 4 years out to abani man no o friend kro onfa o friend na onfa time cry to have the time to come and sit with you ebi ni ho. But I am also telling you Halifax with my little experience they say politician bi aka so ni time oboa omo time politician catch us say mintimi fa call oboa
omonye na what ebe only time ma go enu stress
any time they have time because I know some of them who every call you will make obe pick so ntimi am pick ya obe free back onim no no obe free back
intechni omo qualities ben omo arts
omo wo mo de da no ebi aye adwuma papa ebi nso wo ha omo kotena ho agi omo din hwe for we to form ni calculate say for the past 4 years now to man no woni nkita hodie ni niema na te say is it this last minute ni na offer o abekrokro wana ana say for the past ni nyina no timi frɛ na otimi tie o ehwe ni obetimi he is not a god ontimi solve problems ni na ma o politician ni bia ni obetimi solve problems ni ama o but sometimes to have even a listening ear
that's
key. So over friend crap no betina no tia no say oh chale ade we dey me nyanka betimi aye bibi but we dey mehwe na metimi aye enu krampo masa wakoto about no constituency bi wo ha over 50,000 people no ho when you were going to campaign to be there you told them say you are going to listen to them na nipa 10 fra we dey a o se wa bre nipa 10 efra we dey baby o krampo wi anu asesa ne number
Savo what about him
Ojagbawe
who is your member of parliament
Tina Mensa
oh na really deputy health why na contest no
Jerry Ahmed Shaibu
Lawyer Jerry Ahmed Shaibu of the Coastal Development Authority.
Number 1 and Tina number 2.
Means that it trap him out. I've known Tina Elements for over 20 good years. Mikaipa ache enyene. Jerry Ahmed Shaibu so menenu na enyi. Nti sa constituency no me wan ka menim sa na meto no. Omunyi na am madam before like bodies. Jerry dey this on say we are journalists and now we are arts near when you asem. Obey case ma free bunto sisia. Free bono. Oh yes. Obe protect you, obe defend you. Mekai enche ye bia. And so you are a witness to this. Yeah, one of the newspaper person Bobby Panoding, editor no yare kakra be born. Na or paralyze from the waist down. Until now you work Kolebu teaching hospital. Were you not part of the Ask Daddy?
Yes.
Nana, were you there?
I was.
Yes, sir. And you bottom soon ye day. And I suffer Fred Jerry. They be more the Jerry crap on their friend or no something about this their art. And on see many Halifax more crowd work Kolebu. Yeah. As if for any bawe for Jerry C. Say no crest and a panel can you home, dear. I think or a board. I don't know he was the board chairman of the Kolebu. And Kombeshe na omumano protocol treatments beer. I'll bet you have a big kit way,
and he will take the rest.
He will take on him nipa no.
Yeah.
But what is say or ya damfo? Yeah. What's it no I mean obey mano?
And Jerry rather chases with calls.
Nipa no see on your bi okofi. Jerry you was your call sorry there now. Jerry you beer or brain ho ase. I mean, so share a bleko ma do politics. Oh no, on nani office. So I can't also a lawyer cry a bed in so because he will come on the field. And young or told me so I wish him well tomorrow.
But Halifax,
yes.
Mekai Jerry, campaign. Oh, Jerry Mokola. The videos are there. Mini Jerry Mokola.
Waka kwa mini Jerry Mokola. Mini Jerry Mokola. Mini Jerry
Mokola. No what.
Now ni masadi.
Oh ni masamo.
Jerry Ahmed. Because the kumwe hemi tijene leju.
Na woni amano ya che t-shirt ni ne mano. Mi sa hu nyina hihye mi nkwohwa bi twa me Jerry su gina wo se. Chale ni fe sha me metitinde. Mi ka covid time o. Ni edibo sa akosi anajo 10. Mokola che and we were going round and you know say
cut around na na mbe mintin.
The Snap Cinema ene yeyi films e wo ho no. Jerry was very very instrumental because un se coda omo office e wo Snap Cinema AMA hosa no. Into onu mo no ma me hint ne say there's a space there into me hu nua I know a former mayor no Ajesowa Charlie Banaji, Charlie speak backwe. Into your coy, no, and your kaya naji, and ba say, oh, Lele, what you walk, and you na coy, your coche. And then today we have the Snap Cinema.
But how about Eureka Kra? Because Ayele Mensah is a fighter.
Yes, he's also a fighter.
She's been a national women's organizer, if I'm right.
Exactly.
And then she was, is this second vice also in the days of how Yakubu Mokon? She's a tough lady.
Yes.
Very, very. Ayele Mensah is tough. Yeah,
and I wish all of them well because Tina Mensah so no make us say on the grounds no or Ninsasun party for so Ninsasun party for so but let's see how it will go.
There will be normal. Anyway, Nene
Ali,
some media be me interest dada. But fortunately, maybe I'm interest one HNF to force your dear or Montuaba or more popular acclamation.
Yeah.
There's also another acclamation at Wayo. Seram Al-Hassan.
Acclamation with issues. But we need by a foot to the 100%. I mean, Ubiasi, I feel your mark in Neko in Tiachna, Yabeshe. Already created the for us because popular acclamation, dear, just say unopposed. The Winneba MPP, is making a Afenyo marking
but
contest.
me, I'll go and contest Afenyo.
Contests unopposed at a time when the NDC doesn't even have a candidate. I'm going for borrowed candidates, independent candidates. Now MPP new. When you are not independent, and NDC for
Madam Fu.
Sorry, when NDC for fan. Dear Afenyo Dino no. Oh no.
Halifax when Dino or Bema.
I can't say what you. Oh, do you know what baby? Every single police in your dino. Anyway, nene breme na yenko. No ben say di no bi so no ba. Nene breme na yenko yem.
Yeah, Hali. Jerry, the people's man. I mean, at least within the media fraternity. Unfortunately for him, this is about the third different constituencies are shifting from place to place. That's what a few people are saying about him. We pray, say this time around, you know. Well, so because I'm not saying Tina is not. Tina is a fighter. I know Tina. Auntie Tina, you come to Chicago. I'm still around the corner. Tina, Obia. She had been able with a fighting spirit, you know, or subdue Obia Dako said.
No, do Obia.
Obia subdued because Obia was also a strong person. So, well, let's see what happens. Safo mentioned James Ajenim Boatin, also mentioned Afenyo. Now, these are people who are simply media friendly. Of course, James there, now he was a journalist before, but he became a minister. Not necessarily an MP. But because of Senya or no Nisubaiti, he extended that, to the media, I mean, his own colleagues, one thing that is not helping us, whether we send 100 people from the creative arts or whatever to that place, and say, once people get into that house, they lose their sense of objectivity. Politicization, no? A dozen among our MPs. You hardly see one person from the other side voting for a policy simply because it was generated and sponsored by another party.
Except when it comes to increments of
their salaries.
When now boy.
You Intino, se nipa no kra ye boa ye nipa. E wo creative e ni ye boa no okwa. Onya ko dru hope no ba ye MPP MP, NDC MP. Enu na MYN. And we need to look at that. Are they going to be as objective as they are today? It's a policy no bar. It doesn't matter who is sponsoring it. It's a bill no bar. It doesn't matter. Say MPP ni, MPP for an MPP government and do a bar. Do they look at it on its basis? Say policy no good or no good, and I say they join the bandwagon of their own political party and walk out on it and kick against it. And no ye problem. And not the quality of people we send there. Some of them get too blind when they walk in there. Back to artifacts now when we saw Moody Airbano. I have one big question on my mind. And we shouldn't be jubilating too soon. Say even if they say they are bringing it back as a gift.
Give saying.
I mean say okay, you say omudi mayen crack.
What about farmer there? Who see who the chen?
I don't understand the whole thing. Omudi ba after 200 years, 300 years,
after 150 years,
after 150 years. How fast? How sure are we? Say original thing no omudi call no enu no omudi ba no.
The omudi aye no.
Aye.
Say eye no omudi ba.
Because all of a sudden, and a country see started a agenda 3 months ago. Germany, Nima almost CZ from Cameroon, almost at the Akko with an apology.
France.
Sculptures,
CCS conditions, they can announce one.
Omudi kokra. Sculpture, carvings, be almost CZ and terracotta. You know those things?
Yeah.
200, 300, 400 years ago. But the question I'm asking is, how sure are we?
Say no.
Because at the time they were taking those things away, no. Sebi na ye name there form kakra education or ye pictures of those things. And these people can recreate the same timia for wood with artificial intelligence and all what they have at their disposal. They can do a similar similitude of the same thing, you know.
And then similar similitude. What's in your drama?
The same thing, ufa wood na. Usomwa ube feel say 200 years ago wood. So we should be careful. We shouldn't just start jubilating all of a sudden. There is a reason and a purpose for them all of a sudden agreeing there is a reason and we need to look for that reason.
But over the years or more, what is the word? As a country, you push this out.
Yeah, push it. It says
you still have doubts in your mind.
Halifax.
Yes.
Obroni. One who gold or who say ubikita gold. Now what do he through? Now what deport to that?
Obi nkita gold and the papers in yeda. Ebia and
papers in yeda. What subsidy? Now what do he through? All you need to ask is where is the nearest gold market? And no. It is Obronia beji gold. Your friend who gold. Now after 150 years or something or the gold no ever.
Say enye nyina na ye gold. Enye nyina na ye gold. Gold ka ho so. Some of them are, you know. The ombe Royal Regalia omofa no.
Ye time 150 years ago no. Na ye ni fake gold ho. Sa santini so ya dia. Ama santi stool na ye gold.
I agree with you.
Dua plastic. Na mo di gold a painting ho. That time no gold ye gold. Into no mo frey Gold Coast.
Gold Coast no. Anyway, that is the voice of Nene Benete Akwaku. A lot of messages coming through my phone. And I mean, if they text me personal messages on my phone. Or more bo nipa be breeding. Ebia may tabulation one day. Because you can the history of, you know, arts, recent history, contemporary history. From copyright, Kosga, Gamro, and where we are now, how creative has became a ministry, added to a ministry now. It looks as if the one way, but it's a different discussion for another day. I mean, a bit more Betty Mood, Abasopa, Elizabeth of Oswa, the Rose of Elizabeth of Osu. What's the full name?
Elizabeth of Oswa
Ajari. I don't know. I wonder what the third one. That's of Oswa Ajari. The role she actually played in pushing this creative as Billy. No, that was funny. Share with us.
The
Ofoso
You are welcome to Best Entertainment.
Now, some of us were Ajari. Some of us Ofoso Ajari. And yes, Ofoso Ajari. Now, we are penny never say one more point as I'm not cramming Kimbium. And say the song Safo was talking about, say, culture, Joseph Hill. Or Yumbi Efa Ghana Hono. Bakuni. So say MBA no. Safo aya we home Bakuma. The friend Cape Coast to J. I believe J will be Jamaica.
Jamaica,
Cape Coast to Ja. And see me the way babe pong. Me di ura Halifax ne ansado. Me na me di ya edwuma wuchiame. Samu betia Nene Benete Akwaku. Any secret Safo na omuka ye ho a ye bon komo ene. Enye de bia nepa be interview. Sometimes they say yes you internasi. Na yen boy ho komo na yen sua say ho ade about how to behave on in this job we do. Me to me can say we know it all. Me kai senioni ba you be bia mbisa ne papa say alaje we sure say simensi you bampa ne papa bresi anyway nti nyina dey sua de e bia ne oba mebisa no but not in such a direct tone nti man nyina yen fin sua de sɛ wonnim ɛna ɔbɛkyerɛ wo a mɛma wo ho sɛ menim dada woboa ole twɔmmɔ na twɔmmɔ wɔfɛ wɔn kase yɛn nso yɛba radio so no ma yɛmfili sɛ yɛnim kyɛn obiaa ɛtefo bebree ɔmo nim kyɛn yɛ just that yɛna yɛwɔ opportunity a yɛba bɛtena ha nti sɛ ɔbi correct yɛ a ɛyɛ sɛ yɛmfa no wɔ akoma pem obi ya Gloria ene Pablo Jawase wa Shawase okay obi ya Gloria any DJ Bosco na omo producer na show no ye do masepa Bosco be jriye sa nyom no Cape Coast to Ja by Culture Joseph Hill oka ya Ghana ihu asem nti mo ntimi kan bi ma makramo